What's been up, y'all? How y'all been? I know y'all been seeing these videos pop up of Nelly and Ashanti. Nelly, he's busy promoting that channel. I mean, that show that's coming up. Upcoming show, We T. Is it? No, wait a minute. It's not We TV. It's Peacock, right? We Belong Together. Their happiness is definitely their happiness. They got a special thing going on, just like you and whoever you with, whoever you and your family is. Y'all got your own thing going on. Sometimes it just is a matter of they are who they are. They understand each other. Y'all, Miss Jackson is really going through it. That's not funny though. That's not fun. Who laughing? I'm not. Miss Jackson really going through it. She doing the best she can with her recycled content, but she can't compete. We talking about some megastars here. It's a lot of people that's still upset about this Nelly and Donald Trump stuff. It's just a lot of people that's so upset. While they busy going on with their lives, people is still stuck, going through it. I'm laughing too, real talk. But people is, hey, real talk. People is really going through it. Like it's so sad because I can sit up here, I can take a break, right, from YouTube. And I'm seeing, of course, what's going on social media wise. I may not be coming on live, but I can see what's going on in these social media streets. I did. I went to Chantel Jackson's page because that's just me. Okay, if you know what's good and how this, not this channel, but the other channel started. Yeah, I was talking a lot of stuff about her. I was, but I went to her page. Okay, her Instagram, and I was like. Hey, Angie Singleton, let me see what you talking about. Hey, girl, where have you been? I miss you. Trying to get in school, y'all. I'm trying to go to school. Like, I'm trying to get signed up, and that's a research situation in its own. Going back to school. Okay, I'm going back to school, y'all. I'm trying to up. I'm trying to up it, trying to get mine. But I go to her Jackson's Instagram and I'm like, dang, I took a break and she's still doing these black white photos that I knew of from a year ago. You cannot compete with the great Ashanti. You cannot compete. Like her stuff is so old and stale and like it's so sad because she can't even recycle it. People busy hating on Ashanti and her songs that she's still singing from. Dang, was that like the late 90s or early 2000s? And I'm still rocking them songs, okay? Some songs just become legendary. Some songs you would just always make money off of. I mean, there's songs now that we're listening to, watching a simple commercial. And I have heard artists say that they make more money when their song is in a jingle commercial than they do when they're on tour. So if Ashanti chooses to recycle her songs, she is gonna do that, and I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna keep listening. People so quick to comment on their love, how they do it. They calling Nelly ignorant. They calling him stupid. They calling him silly. He 50 years old. So what? Some people is still the same that they was at 18 and they now 60 something. It just go like that for some people. But I'm not saying Nelly is ignorant. I'm not saying he's stupid. But some people, their energy, yo, when you make that connection, I could care less what people are saying about me and mine. And you better feel the same way about you and yours. Because this outside noise, this outside distraction will do anything to break you and yours up just because you got these haters, you got these trolls, you got this negativity of people that's hopping on social media platforms and they're straight up hating. People are on assignments to destroy what's good in your life. People are on assignment to destroy what your positive thinking is. People is on assignment to have you deflect, redirect whatever your thoughts are to go against Nelly and Ashanti. I'm happy to see them. Like, I like to see positivity, people in love. I think that promotes people to know that it actually still does exist because there's so much negativity. People will have you out here thinking, yo, if it ain't 50-50, it can't work. Now, look, I don't believe in 50-50, but whoever do, that's fine. Because, like, the men I used to run into, however many years ago that was, look, they didn't even want 50-50. They wanted the whole thing paid. They wanted the whole look. Can you get my transmission? Your transmission. Well, look, how did your transmission get to that situation to begin with? There's a lot of hate. And I don't know, Angie. I don't know if it's still stuck on Donald Trump. I don't know if it's the fact that this couple is making it. I mean, come on. People talk about, oh, he didn't want to make Ashanti a baby mama. Look, I respect marriage, okay? I really do. I really, really do. But again, marriage is not for everybody either. And when people get to that phase or to take that serious step, I mean, some people still want to be divorced. But I'm just saying, they did it. People, like with the jewelry. Initially, we didn't even know, at least I didn't know, that they was engaged. I didn't know it was a wedding ring involved in this, but people still had something to say. They couldn't be happy that Nelly had, blessed her with like some beautiful gifts and stuff. The value of the gifts, like it came from the heart. I don't get it. Yeah, Donnie $2. Yeah, Donnie $2 have a lot. Who? Oh, wait a minute. That's what we calling Donnie now? Dang. Look, where have I been? I think so too. But does people ever get a chance to have a do-over moment? Come on now. I don't understand where this perfect, or like Malcolm X even said it. We're not to look at celebrities. We're not to look at celebrities as our people to guide us. I don't know where the culture is right now. I really don't know. But people believe in what they want to believe in. People follow what they want to follow and all that stuff. But I just don't think celebrities. Come on, y'all. Everybody grown. Nelly 50 years old. I mean, I'm thinking that we all grown here, whether we like, I don't know. I ain't trying to take away from nobody, but I'm just saying, I really think that we like somewhere 25 and up, 30 and up, somewhere along the lines where we can think for ourselves that we're not trying to be led by celebrities. This is entertainment for one. I understand how politics get drawn into this stuff, but this is a whole nother level. I don't follow a Nelly and Ashanti to have a political view. I can think for myself, and I think we all can think too, but I don't take whatever his political views may be or hers. I don't do that to guide me. And that's what I would suggest for a lot of people. Some people believe in God, some people don't. I do. Look, I'm a true believer. Okay. I stand by the word. But I'm not saying I'm like looking for, oh gosh, TD Jakes. I'm not looking for him to guide me along the way. I'm just not doing that. Like when it said you got to read the Bible for yourself, it's true like that. You really got to read the Bible for yourself. If you involved in politics, you got to do that for yourself and what you believe in, how you do vote. Now, when it comes to my entertainment and what I choose to be involved in and what I choose to want to talk about, I got to do that for myself. When people get off into these relationships and what they choose to do, people got to get off into these relationships for themselves. Shannon Sharp, he's a hot topic right now. Time and time again. Those who want to be in such relationships, interracial relationships, look, people got to make their minds up for themselves. But it is something going on. Black men, it is something going on now. We got to admit this. Who we going to hear about next? That Diddy trial, it starts tomorrow. But Shannon Sharp, he had no business because he was warned. Like a lot of them other ones was warned. And it's like you be having signs and stuff. But I don't think he is into politics. It was just about the bag. Fair enough. I can agree with that too. I don't really think so either. I think it really was about the bag. I have commented on that definitely before, Angie. And he got his. And have we moved on from that. But it seemed like something else came up recently about Nelly. See, now I got to get my thoughts together because I honestly just hit the live on like the whim. It was something else, and people was like, Nelly just needs to really be quiet. What was that, Angie? Do you know? It was something else recently that came up concerning Nelly in this Trump stuff. Did he give another interview? Did he have a statement? What was it? I can't even think. But honestly, y'all, just to keep it going, this Shannon Sharp stuff, black men or what have you, people gonna date who they want to date. I mean, black women gonna date who they want to date as well. Asian women gonna date who they want to date as well. White women gonna date. People, human beings. Are you breathing? Hey, okay, okay. We here another day. Thank God for the day. People gonna date who they want to date. Now, how it turns out, I understand people be in situations like history sometimes repeats itself because it do. You know, if we ain't learned the lesson, if there hasn't been a lesson in some of this stuff, then we have not learned. I'm not a black man. I'm a black woman. I got my own issues going on. But it is quite interesting though when these black men do acquire a bag of massive millions, who do we share it with? Mm. Mm. Where's the red flags? Where do you draw the line at? When is enough enough? But it's not up to me, an outsider. Where's people's families at that's having conversations? Do they get too massive and beyond that they can't even come back to real life reality to listen to what their sisters are saying? Can they not come back to life reality to listen to what their mom is saying, the auntie is saying, the grandmother is saying? The true homies of the block is saying when they see red flags when it comes to situations. But I feel like what Nelly and Ashanti do got going on is real. I mean, I know it's not, about me as far as that's my opinion. But one thing about Nelly, he do stand for his. He love Ashanti, y'all. And that's one thing I do. I do like seeing a man that protects his. I do. Just like when Nelly said that time, don't worry about Ashanti. She good. Don't worry about her. You worry about yours. I love that when a man takes his rightful place. I love it when a woman is protective of hers. But it's something about when that man, the protector, when he steps up and then like the words of a woman become limited because he done already took care of it. I think Ashanti, how she's moving, how she's going about things, she's selective about what she shares. That's why I said that Chantel Jackson, it was never going to work to begin with. I have tried that with my daughter and she went from bed. Oh, okay. I don't talk so much now. I don't even remember what I had even said, Angie. Y'all, it's praying time though. I will say that, Angie. It's praying time. And I have been in bouts of my own personal battles to the point where I can't fight. I don't have the fight in me anymore. I just don't. That I really have to turn it over. Like, I really have to spend time with the man above and just pray and just believe and hand it over because we can only handle so much. The mind can only take on so much. We can only take on so much physically, emotionally. We can only take on so much that we do have to honestly go to the rock, which our health cometh from. And I can admit, I am tired. I am tired. Have you ever just been so tired that you just can't even think to the point where, okay, like you can't even think steps ahead because nobody can predict anything, the day, the hour of anything. You work hard to try to be a good person. You work hard to try to be a good provider for your kids, to help, to be a helpmate, to your other half, to be there for your parents as they progress. If we're blessed at this moment for our parents to still be here, you try to work hard to just be a voice, be of sound doctrine when it comes to your siblings. I don't care if you're the youngest, in the middle, or the oldest. You try. Everybody trying. Everybody is trying. And then something happens. It's like that moment happens where it's like, what just happened? I'm trying to get things back on track. And then the enemy finds their way back in. And you're like, okay, let me be a forgiving person. Well, you're not God, y'all. You're not. You're not. You like, let me be a more of a loving person. Well, again, you didn't give your son. God gave his only begotten son. God the Father. It is hard out here. And I'm trying to unravel certain stuff, but this stuff gets to be kind of confusing. So you try to just, take your mind off of things. You slip off into this social media stuff. And some of this stuff becomes even more confusing. But what I do know, don't turn away from who you are. How you was raised, what you do know. I understand we have moments where we have a revelation, we have an awakening moment. But if you get too comfortable trying to be friends with the wrong friends, if you get too comfortable trying to, being too agreeable, you will lose yourself. Stand by what it is that you believe in, and really, examine your own heart. The heart can be deceitful. Sometimes we don't even know what we are capable of. That's why sometimes people wind up in the situations that they are in. Like, oh my gosh, did I say that? Oh my gosh, did I really just do that? Examine your own heart. Help yourself, because if you can't help yourself, how you gonna help somebody else? I'm just saying. And in the meantime, look, we just gonna keep enjoying Ashanti and Nelly. That's what we gonna do, y'all. Because that's my getaway. And I'm gonna be back, y'all. But I'm trying to get my school stuff under control. And y'all take care of y'all business, like I know y'all are, and I'm gonna take care of mine. It's just me and the Lord. Okay. And my oh, I'm sorry. But I thank God that you was able to fill that sentence in, Angie. I thank God. And you didn't just leave it like at a lost. You didn't leave it at a lost. And you filled it in who you do have. It's real out here, because sometimes I just be in my moments where I'm like, how was I made to even see? How was I made to feel, to touch, to have emotions, to have feelings? How was I made to see this beautiful day that the Lord has made? How do I rejoice when I have pain? How do I get through this? It's me knocking at the door, Lord. It's me. It's your daughter. Help me. I'm crying out. Give me an answer. Show me. And I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I've been going through, like, what do I want to do next? What do I want to do to elevate? Do I want to continue to be in the job that I am doing, my 9 to 5? Do I feel like it's more purpose for me to draw from? I had to really go to God. And I had to think about, what are my strong points? It's amazing how when you do tap in with the Lord, what will be revealed. Because I was like, what to do? I need some direction. I had to cry out, y'all. Just stay the task, y'all. Keep your mind clear as possible. Because I'm telling y'all, when y'all let these evil thoughts and negativity creep in, it's just unhealthy. And before you know it, you'll start playing certain stuff over and over in your mind. Because I kept thinking, nah, I'm older now. I can't go to school. I can't go to school. I done got too old for this. Like, I ain't gonna understand. I ain't gonna be able to keep up. I ain't gonna be able to do this and that. But I'm like, I still got some life. I still got some life. You still got some life, y'all. We still here. We still here. I don't know my purpose. I never even would have thought I would have been on YouTube even communicating with somebody named Angie. I never would have thought that. It's some other names, that I'm familiar with that has popped up. I never would have thought, but I'm here and you're here. And I thank God for you, Angie. I thank God for you. And I thank God for anybody that has tapped in with me. And we've had conversations. Because Angie, you one of the OGs. You from the original channel. But man, when people keep it real, ain't nobody trying to just. This is not the time, y'all. We gotta just stay close to God and just believe it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It may not be okay at that very moment, but it gets better. People is quick to turn their back who you think is the one there for you. Thank you, Angie. People's quick. But just be true to yourself. Be true to yourself to keep your own back. Shoot. Because I'll be looking sometime like, wait a minute. I stayed with that person at one time. Like, I didn't have nowhere to go. And I had to go into let me take that back. I had somewhere to go, but a decision had to be made at that moment. Like, I believe in trying to save my money. I believe in that. Look, I don't care if it's just like a few thousand. It's something, okay? It's something. I believe in trying to keep your credit together, whatever level that's on, because you just never know. People quick to change up the game, and there's certain things that we got to pass down and instill in our children as well. You know, keep their credit together, try to keep some type of form of a bank account, learn some form of independence, knowing how to do, the basic stuff, how to, go and have the money to get your oil changed. Because again, somebody asked me help, but I help, pay for their transmission. This guy did. I ain't got no you should have gotten your oil changed, and maybe that would have happened. But maybe he didn't have nobody to tell him that at the time. This guy that I had met way back when. But I'm just saying, keep our minds fresh, be able to pass something down, because these next generations is coming on in, and the way social media is trying to raise up the young people of today, we was not raised like that. It's just certain things that, was mentioned throughout my household. I may have not paid attention then when I was a youngster, but eventually I did somewhere along the lines when I was way back when in my 20s. It all comes together. So whatever we are speaking, it's not in vain. It's not in vain. So y'all, let's just continue to be there for each other and have a blessed night. Let the angels encamp your surroundings wherever you are at this very moment. Know that every tear that has been shed, it has not gone unseen. Know that every thought you have thought, whether it be positive or negative, that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Know that your prayers are not going unheard. Know that restoration is alive and that God can do anything but fail. But we have to keep our hearts open. We got to keep our minds open. Because again, we would not have been created if there was not a special place in our heart for the Almighty Creator. I thank God for this very moment. And I look forward to connecting again. Amen. Amen. Good night.